The Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to 1-6-Figure folks. You're very welcome to this last minute, very special stream because we have where did that come out of, guys? Where the fuck did that come out of? Demonetized, right? I just
yeah, exactly.
Like
well, it didn't come out of the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, apparently, but it's good enough.
Ian has an engineering point of view on that. Do you want to take this away, Ian? I heard you explain this to Jose earlier.
Oh yeah, because it's not the calendar year. It's the 12. It's a 12-month window from release date. So when Return of the Jedi is
just the
released.
Jargon that that's how you're justifying it. Is that correct?
Yes.
You know what? Like,
I'll buy it.
Fair enough. But look, I don't think people care what it's branded. It's bloody here. What do you think, Eddie?
I think I couldn't believe it. I was like, am I dreaming? Is this actually happening? I can't believe it. I've been waiting to dive into collecting the OT until they did Han. Part of me, because like they're never gonna redo Han, so I'll never have to collect OT. Like I could use that as an excuse. And now I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna have to get everything. So.
Oh man, that is.
And
Hopefully
you were opening the floodgates too. For more
you were actually not ruling out that 4-pack Joker the last time I was talking to you, weren't you?
I pre-ordered that last night.
Oh man, they don't call you Money Mendez for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Where are we on that? I know we're not gonna we're gonna dive straight into Han Solo here, but so you pulled the trigger on the 4-pack, Eddie?
Yeah, because it went up on Pop Culture, and it was like $1,600 on Pop Culture, and then shipping was like $80 or 89 or something. So
it's pretty good.
As long as shipping stays the same. I don't know if they're known to switch it up like when
I don't
once
think
it's
so.
shipping.
No.
It's like, what is that, like it's a little bit cheaper than kit, not by much, but a little bit, and then the down payment is only $150 instead of $300. So I was like, okay, I'd rather put $150 down. So I went with Pop Culture. I know it usually takes a little bit longer, but I'm still waiting on Gandalf. So I was like, I can wait for the Joker. I don't care.
Yeah,
I gotcha. You probably get the Joker before Gandalf, like, you know. Probably not. And Trevor, I know you're keen on it.
I'm going with the 2-pack because I want the bathroom scene. Like, so I have a custom clothing set for the bathroom scene, which I paid a good amount of money for. Was just about to put that together and get a sculpt painted and haired. So what I'm going to do is just I also have a third party Arthur Fleck, which is actually pretty decent. The body's very good. So I might just swap out the body and use like the try and find the extra parts like the head and the shoes and something on the. Hopefully somebody's parting them out at some point.
I'd say there's going to be there's a strong whiff of parting out with that 4-pack anyway.
Hopefully parting out, not just like, hey, selling the whole figure, because I don't really want to spend $400 on the figure. But I don't know. If I do, then I'll sell the clothing and somebody can try and buy that. So we'll see. But, yeah.
Just Jose just popped in here. Jose, usually panel member and channel member. Anytime I ever send out a link to people, it's usually last minute. And if they say, "Look, oh man, sorry, I got to work," I just message back, "Quit your job," and then I stop talking to them. Just as a joke, like that. But they know I'm joking. But then he came back with, "But what about how am I going to afford all this plastic?" And I just said, "Sell your soul." I really want to get T-shirts made. 1-6-Figure Focus. Quit your job. Sell your soul. I actually want to. Want to get t-shirts made up then give away or something like that, but so you have the 2-pack secured, would you say that?
I haven't pulled the trigger on it, but I'm going to. I will. I'm not passing this up. I have to see what it looks like, and I don't know. I'll compare it.
I'm in a very, very like dry humor dad joke mode as usual. So it's like 2-pack secured, and which is a perfect segue because I'm only
very nice.
50
Oh, nice.
Subs away from 3K. So thank you very much. If you've been one second. If you've ever taken the time to watch any videos, like any videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, ask a question, join the live stream, ask me on your live stream, become a channel member and all that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Shout out to Ian, who is very, very kindly. This looks like it's going to be a reality now, so we're going to hit 3K hopefully. And yeah, Ian has donated a Captain America Civil War. It's actually the Winter Soldier from Captain America Civil War, brand new in box, and he even offered to pay for shipping, even though he is in the process of looking for, I presume, more module cases and a 4-pack Joker. Shout out to the members. Thank you very much. Jose G. Hernandez, Brian Wong. You've heard of him, have you, Ian?
Oh, I guess I know Brian.
Yeah. First name basis, yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah. The Ben Thomas Show, we will always have 800. Eddie Money Mendes, channel member, panel member. Caffeinated, comic fan, Jim Collector, Lancelot's Nerd Corner, Mugwump, Mike L. Couldn't join us today, but hopefully be back on Monday. Judy from Texas, Zenzan, Ryan Smith, and of course, we got to shout out the commanders as well, who get their YouTube handle displayed at the end of all the content. And of course, new videos on the channel. My thoughts on this and my thoughts on that. So look, we'll get straight into it. We can take a look at this. Man, I'm still a bit shocked. This kind of... Anything's possible now.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson 2.0. I think, I had a theory for the longest time that when people say, you know, Han Solo is awkward on his likeness rights, or I don't know, Zoe Kravitz is awkward on her likeness rights, or Jack Nicholson, yeah, he doesn't need that, he's awkward on his likeness rights. I genuinely think that starts as a thought and a theory in someone's head, and it gets said and repeated enough that everyone thinks it's true. I've never seen any data that shows me, oh look, see here, he doesn't like... What do you think? Like, do certain people just not give out their likeness? Like...
Oh, it's there. Yeah, no, so I know for a fact. Like I worked for a company, QMX, a while ago. Did a Linda Carter Wonder Woman figure, and they had to get sign off from her, and she ultimately didn't like something about it. I don't know what. It was a pretty good likeness, but something just didn't strike her fancy, and so they had to cancel the whole thing. So yeah, there are certain people who have. Have that power over their likeness. So it depends on what you've signed. I don't know what if there's different levels of it, because I'm sure these guys all signed away their rights back on the original trilogies. Although by the third one, maybe they got a little savvier and knew about the toys and said, I have to approve things. But I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I think they do have some sort of say over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And what do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I've always heard that he's been difficult and that he doesn't care much for Star Wars lately, and he's so I thought that was always part of it, but maybe in his old age he's getting even more like I don't give a shit kind of thing. So
yeah, maybe he's like, if I just put my ego aside, I'm probably going to be dead soon, and this could pave the way for my future generations of grandchildren, great grandchildren, and stuff like that. As in, like, I'll just get over it and they'll have better lives because of that, maybe.
Maybe he's tired of companies asking.
Yeah.
Possible.
If you can't beat him, join him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that when he broke that hot toy on that TV show, I always thought that was there was a whiff of staged off it. I think he was just acting, and it was clear. I don't think it was like someone in the crowds or your man.
And I think he's got a rep for hating Star Wars, but I don't think he actually hates Star Wars. I just don't think he really wanted to be in it for as long as he was. And be associated with that. And I think this might be a case where, I mean, I was saying on my live a little while ago that this arguably is the best Han Solo sculpt yet. I mean, Old Man Han looks pretty good, but there are some things in that weren't quite on, and this I think might be the best one yet. And I think it just might be a matter of him wanting it to look like him and not whatever that was on the A New Hope one that they put out years ago.
That's high praise, because I'm not blown away by the sculpt. We're going to get into it. There's one particular part of the sculpt I think could be better, and you probably know what I'm talking about.
I think there's two.
Right.
And
okay.
I'll tell you what it is in a minute.
We'll definitely get into it. I'm just going to ask Ian what he thinks about this whole licensing thing. Like, can we see like a Jack Nicholson now? Do you think there's more things on the table and people be like, all right, the floodgates are open, anything can happen? You get a Terminator figure now next week, or a T-1000, or an actual Sarah Connor that looks decent, you know? So what are you thinking?
Well, I'm not sure about Jack Nicholson Joker 2.0. I don't know how they could ultimately make that into a real 2.0 because it's such a great figure. Good. But in terms of Harrison Ford, the OT Indiana Jones from, I think it was Hay Elorian, who talked about this, who has direct knowledge of the licensing, and he's been in the same room as the people that do all this stuff.
All right.
He said categorically it's got nothing to do with Harrison Ford.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of Hot Toys, it's Howard Chan. He's just been reluctant.
Right.
So I don't know if that's true, but you know, somebody that's in that field, you know, who's conversed with applicable people, you know.
So Howard Chan doesn't like money? Is that what it is? Like he just doesn't.
Crazy.
He holds such a grudge over him facetiously tearing up a hot toy figure that he doesn't want to make millions of dollars on, like arguably the most, the greatest character in Star Wars.
I know it's crazy. I don't know. Obviously, none of us really know overall. But if he started to pull the trigger on this, then you know it'll be quite interesting to see what follows in the back. I'm just glad. I'm just glad we've got it because this completes my indoor scene. So I'm a happy boy.
All right. So
I would love to see an artisan Indiana Jones. That's something I would like. You know, I don't know if they do it for Han Solo, but I think an artisan Indiana Jones with full leather.
The younger original trilogy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Look, we're gonna just address the chat before we take a look at these photos because these are awesome. Thanks very much to the 16 people watching live, or if you're watching a replay, most appreciated. As usual, of course, pinned to the live chat if you're watching live is a link for channel membership, and if you're watching a replay, of course, it's just in the membership tab on the YouTube channel. So we've got Cloud Foxwell. I believe you sent him our way, Trevor.
Yep.
Yeah. And what's the name?
Her.
Oh, her. Oh, sorry.
Cloud.
Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, no worries.
Apologize. You're probably the one female that has ever watched this channel. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. one of maybe three. My mom is one of them. No. So we have obviously Ancient Silver Fox warming up the crowd. We got Mike Fiala, who is yet to watch Return to Jedi. I'm not sure you should be allowed in, Mike. You might get a ban. No, I'm joking. We got Noble Young. We got T. Ria, all the way from the Netherlands, I do believe. T-Ria says, not an OT collector, but it brings me genuine joy to see people ecstatic about this announcement. That is the energy we want. Good stuff. We got X-Men Supreme. What a thing to wake up to this morning. No doubt. It dropped at a weird time for me. When I wake up in the morning, usually these things are either in the process of dropping or they just dropped. But this was like in the middle of the day I noticed it. Jose G. Hernandez, he couldn't make it today, so I said he's got to quit his job, sell his soul, and just get on here. But we understand. Cloud Foxwell, you must have been subscriber number 2,950, which now we can begin the count, 50 countdown. Thank you very much. Massively appreciated. We got Phil Empire Strikes here as well. We got Mike L as well. Channel member and usually panel member as well. Great to see you here. Do appreciate it. Just catching up. I think I shouted out everyone. King Dingaling as well. Live stream's not a live stream it out. King Dingaling. This is a big deal to see this hand. Appreciate you being here, and you're not wrong. We're going to bring in Dan in Carbonate. Dan. Yep.
How you doing?
You're getting this one, I presume. This must be.
This is exciting,
you
isn't
in.
it?
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is everyone else getting it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I speak for everyone when I say yes.
I mean, for me, I've got the old Han Solo, and it's pretty dated now. It's the boots are starting to crack, and hopefully they're better than what they were back then. But I don't think
they're leather though.
Yeah, they've gone better now. Yeah, so but I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was surprised when this came out. I was expecting. I'd love to have had a Bespin hand first, to be honest, because that's the ultimate hand for me. And this would be the one I'd sell to get that one when they release that, because hopefully they will. But yeah, it looks great. I mean, the hair, I think the head's pretty good, to be honest. I think the hair could do it a little bit of work, but I mean, we've got
pretty close.
For what we're getting. Yeah, we've got to be grateful for what we're getting, guys. I think we've been waiting for so long to get this. I don't use bases like you, Shane. I use the generic ones, and you don't use them at all. But the base is quite odd because I think it won't go with a lot of the other Star Wars. Your Star Wars stuff.
I was just saying this on my live too. Like, why come up with a new unique base for this when all the other Bespin figures have that flat thing with the attached little? I got used to. I like those. You know, they look good on the display, and now I'm gonna have to go and buy one off of eBay or something to put this on because this doesn't fit. He'll be higher than everybody else.
Can you take that off? Can you take it off, or is that? It's a really odd because how are you? I mean, that is the pose because you're not going to be able to move the.
I don't know if it turns because his nameplate is on the side in that picture.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if... So he's facing sideways, basically, on the stand. So maybe it turns in the center or something. I don't know. But why?
Let's be honest.
Why?
Silly Han Solo.
But look, at the end of the day, we've got a Han Solo. We all thought...
Yeah. I'll buy a new stand.
Ford wasn't giving his likeness, you know, the young likeness away or anything like that. But we've got it. We've got one. So...
Yep.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
Let's Chewie next. Hopefully Chewie.
Yeah.
Chewie to go with him.
I'm happy with this in the sense that everyone was crying out for it. A lot of people said it would never happen. I'm glad it's happened. I have to get this. There's a few things, they are nitpicks, to be honest. They're not like genuine complaints, but this is has to be. Figures with long coats just look cool. I've said it before. Neo from the first Matrix, or Deckard, or Joe from the Blade Runner, or the Nightmare Batman, or even the purple coat Joker. As much as we don't like talking about, it still looks
first Star Lord had one, didn't he? First Star Lord had a long jacket.
Just
10th Doctor.
Something. So Dan, you're picking this up, but you think the base is weird. Do you know what?
I am.
The reason they have the base on this. The reason they have the base on this. The reason they have the base on this is because they made it with C-3PO. And it's the same base, I believe, for 40th anniversary 3PO.
Okay.
Yeah, do you remember that? So now they're just repurposing them.
I don't remember
this day,
base.
This will be Hong Kong first day pickup for me, like Padme was. I got that coming tomorrow or Monday, so that'll be. We've got to have, just hopefully this will bring on Indiana Jones now, a young one.
Yep.
That's what we want. But I think the head sculpt's pretty good.
Artisan, baby. Artisan Indiana Jones.
Yeah. I think the head sculpt's good.
I think it's very good. Like I said, I have two nitpicks about it. I got a comparison shot up we can look at later, but it's very, very close. Very close. I think it's the best Han Solo sculpt they've done.
Do you think it's the best Harrison Ford sculpt they've done?
Yeah, I think so.
Old
Man Solo was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But you can forgive a lot with like the wrinkles and stuff in the face, you know what I mean? And I haven't done a comparison to that, but back in the day when it came out, I did, and it was pretty good. I think this might be better. I think it might be better.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's. I actually think the old Harrison Ford was a better likeness, and even the old Indy is a better likeness to Harrison Ford. But I do think that this is good. I think but that's typical, isn't it? The older you are, the more wrinkles you are, there's more you can
get away with.
There's more texture and refining details on their face.
Yeah.
Older Hot Toys figures are amazing, aren't they? They always especially blokes, for guys.
Yeah, I think it's the hair here which is the weakest point. I just think there's a bit too much volume on the hair. Jimmy,
it was shaggier. Like if you look at you don't have to put it up now, but like there is a comparison, and it's like a Harrison comparison, if you will.
Harrison, I love it. You're speaking my language. Yeah.
It's shaggier, but it's the right shape. I mean, it was kind of bowlish, like like helmetish. Like it was like that. So,
what this reminds me of is, see the little gap. See above his right eye. So to our left, just above us, that kind of almost like a curve. Can you? Sorry, folks. Can I ask people to just mute the mic if you're not talking? Please, just.
Sorry, that's
so
my kids in the background playing Fortnite.
I didn't want to call anyone out, dude. I just want to. If
I've
you
got
want to
that
just.
puppy playing down here because I've got to do tea in a minute, so I've just come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. No worries, no worries. If you're not speaking currently, if you just want to turn the mic on and off, please. I do appreciate it. I didn't want to call anyone out. You just called yourself out. Just above his right eye. So to our left, there's that kind of like dark. It looks like almost like a shadow because as the hair has been lifted up. It almost looks like the head sculpt is just not popped in. I'm just going to say it looks a little bit like a Lego head. It's coming home. It's coming home. There's no tap out excuses. It's coming home. I just find
On the hairline you're talking about?
it's like it's not all pushed down. I think the hair's a bit big.
Well, I think what they're doing, and I don't think it's correct, is that little flip over. Like that's supposed to be hair from the front that's like pushed back, and that whole front I think is not quite right. That's why I think it's like raised off his head because it's supposed to be like a feathered back. You know, that 80s look, that feathered back look, but I don't think it's feathered enough. You know, it doesn't look as fluffy as he had it.
I got you. I'm gonna go to Eddie next. I think this comment, the English gentleman, has kind of summed it up. Like I would add in a little bit to this. It's not 100%, but it's a buy. For me, it's not 100%, but it's 100% must buy. Like that's the way I look at it. I think that's a nice way of summing up. Eddie, you were I can't remember if it was backstage or it was just the start of the stream. Like you were saying, you don't really collect OT. So is this the one that's just going? Is this the catalyst? Is this going to be like the straw that breaks the camel back and breaks your wallet at the same time?
Yeah, that was my excuse for a long time. Is like Han is my favorite OT character. Han's my favorite Star Wars character in general, probably. So because I started collecting later, and when I started collecting, the OT stuff was really, really pricey. I think it's gone down a little bit, some of it, but most of the Han 2-pack never went down. But like, yeah, I was just like, no, I'll stick to prequels because I've been known to be a prequel guy, so I'll stick to prequels. And if they ever do Han, then I'll jump back in OT, and now they're doing Han. So kind of never thought it would happen, but now that it's happening, I will be of my word, and I'm definitely gonna.
Your word is your
not
bond.
Everything OT, but I'm gonna go back and get like every character that I love, and probably a lot of it. So
You're gonna
anyway,
cherry pick the best ones.
Yeah. As far as the likeness and the hair and everything, I think it's amazing, man. I think it's really good. I think in hand it's gonna be insane too. Like I think it'll be everything everybody wants and more. The thing with the hair is like, if it's not rooted, it's always gonna look like a helmet, or like it's always gonna look like just one solid piece of like, you know, especially if you have like thick, like fluffy hair, like
I get
like,
you
know what I mean?
you.
Like, because we had, when I think it was the Suit Up Mark V on the Raceway, Tony, and everybody was talking shit about his hair, and I was like, it looks the way it's supposed to look. It's just, in real life, hair is thin enough to you could see light through it, and you can see, you know, shadows.
That's
like,
a very good point.
so
Yeah.
it's always gonna look like just one thick piece because it's a toy. So I think that's the issue, because I do see it, but I think it's fine. It is what it is. Unless they did an artisan, which would have been phenomenal. I think it would have. It's gonna be what it is.
Yeah,
You know?
I get you. I do have seen like kind of images of sculpted hair figures where the hair has been better.
Right.
You know, I definitely have seen, and I think Hot Toys is one of their strengths. They are getting better and better at sculpted hair figures because they're just the sculpting and the texture they're putting into the hair is better. I don't think this is a particularly good example of that, but they've done more than enough to get my money anyway. I do think this is going to be good. I won't use the base. I love the trench coat. I think the portions are good. I like the outfit. I like the way you can display it in two different ways. And at the end of the day, it's handsome.
Yeah. I might have it haired.
Oh yeah?
Might just do it. Yeah, I might just do it.
What's the damage on sending a sculpt away and getting it haired? Would you? I know
Anywhere from, especially like this, because they have to take it all down. unless you only just want to do a partial root or something in the front and get that fluffy front hair and leave the rest of it sculpted. Anywhere
At
from
least
$200 to $400.
Yeah,
$200 to $400, depending on the person who's doing it.
So price for the figure, really. Yeah.
Yep. My only other
Lancelot's
thing.
Nerd Corner.
Oh.
Yeah, go on.
My only other thing, if you want to share that comparison shot that I got. Oh no, I shared it up in the share. If you want
Oh,
to
I see it now.
side by side. Yeah.
Ian, how's your week been with all your incoming figures? Been crazy, isn't it?
It's I would say it's painful. It's it's starting to pile up. For any new watchers of the show, I actually used to have jet black hair last week.
Trevor, what were you saying there about this comparison?
Yes, so he's missing this. Like, if you look at the live shot from the movie, he's missing that. It's kind of like more fluffy and short and cut in the front, as opposed to being pushed back and slicked back, like here. So, but you look at the shape. I mean, they got the shape down. They got the length down. It might be a little too long back here, but it's not bad. I think it's just this part up here that just needs a little bit of.
Do you think they'll change it?
Work.
Do you think they'll listen to people?
I think if enough people say something about it, and that's all I've heard people say is like, hair needs work. So I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. Now, the only other thing is, and this isn't lighting, because I've looked at different aspects of the pictures, at least that they've put up. He's got a round. The bridge of his nose kind of rounds over and then flares out, and they're just doing this flat. I'm going to switch the picture. I did this in Photoshop. If you look at this right there, that's what's missing. It's just that little bit.
What am I looking at? Do it again.
So look at right on the bridge of his nose, right on the edge, right here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Now there is shadow here because it's different lighting, but it doesn't matter. Like it's always kind of there on him. It's because he's got the bridge of the nose is very rounded over, and then it flares out down on the cheek. And so if they just make that change, I think the likeness comes out a little bit more.
I guess
Yeah. So that and the hair, I think that's as far as it is. I mean, the rest of it looks really good. I mean, side by side here, you can't tell me there's much difference between this shot and this shot. Maybe the shape of the jaw a little bit, but not much.
No,
it's pretty good.
I want to look at some of the poses they have, because when I was looking at this, there's a few things that really grabbed me. Obviously, you got the separate rolling
one on the
eyeballs
left
function.
looks great.
Oh yeah, and like this, the rolling eyeballs, it really does. Even if it can add to the likeness, depending on what angle you have the eyes at and what kind of pose you have. But I just want to look at some of these. Like, I think that looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks
good.
Simple pose, incredible.
And
But
the
a pose
hands.
yeah.
The hands, oh my god, they look really good.
Did you guys notice that? Like, did you by any chance see these for the first time on Facebook, on the Hot Toys Facebook page? I was flicking through them on my phone, and then it was like I got to I think there was 22 images, and I got to image 21, and it was like, warning, this next photo contains graphic images or something like that. I was like, what the hell?
What?
Yeah, and it was like it was
With
like
a gun.
it was well no it was just the hands, but it was just literally like 10 hands.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you the one now, but it was like I think maybe Facebook's like algorithm thought it was severed hands or something. It may be like
okay, might be, yeah.
Like, again, I love the way his hand is like on the gun, and the gun is in the
I love the
holster.
shapes too.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the thumb up behind the gun on the trigger hand, at least on the left hand. And I guess it's in the left hand, but he does that a lot, where it's like this as opposed to like wrapping it around and with the trigger. It's cool. Really nice detail.
Even the hand in the pocket, it's such a little thing, like, but you can do so much with this, with just that extra accessory of the coat, and it looks so different without the coat. Is he using the Force here, or pass me the ball? What is this like? I can't remember.
Some sort of pleading. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can't
It's just
remember.
the stormtroopers came around, and he's like, "Hey guys."
Maybe he's about to put his. Yeah.
Oh
maybe that's
yeah.
it.
maybe.
These are quite simple quite
Yeah.
simple images for Hot Toys, aren't they? They normally
love
do
this.
a little bit more to this, don't they? They normally do backgrounds and Endor stuff, and it's quite
Yeah,
a
yeah,
simplistic sort of shoot. I quite like it, you know.
I like
Yeah.
the posing though because it's just
Yeah.
the little subtle differences that makes it look natural. Like I love the way this coat is flowing. It's awesome.
Yeah, it looks really good. Did you
As
zoom
long-
in
as
on the
long as
hands
it's
though?
better than Lando's cape.
I will.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had looked at them. Like, yeah.
Yeah, this
Oh,
has
you
got
know,
to be
I'm
better
just
than
noticing
Lando's
the
cape,
detail.
though.
I'm just
Yeah.
noticing that detail in the left leg. You know, the yellow bits. I know it's in
Yep.
the movie and stuff like that, but I even that like just cool. Deadly.
I do wish the boots were leather.
Yeah.
Are they not leather?
Nah, they're probably
never
going to be
leather,
leather.
unless
Would
they
you
say
rather leather or sculpted?
I'd rather have them sculpted,
Oh.
to be honest.
I
No.
think I'd rather sculpted too, with a split
What,
cut.
sculpted with a split boot, like, or what?
Yeah, I would, because I just think my ones are deteriorating so much now. And I'm looking at the Dooku ones, they're all right, but they're the same thing, and they're going to go in a little while. You know they're going to...
This,
I
for me,
wouldn't want
this is a
sculpted, I
big
don't think.
bag of yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that pose, yeah. That's how I'll
Vein
have
work
pose,
on the
probably.
hands look pretty good.
It's insane. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Why
Let's
does
look at
Hot
this.
Oh,
Toys
he's
always
got the
do
waist
this, though?
grabber.
The
Sorry,
boots
what
are
was that,
never an
Ian?
accessory. The
Oh,
boots
yeah,
are
yeah,
never
yeah.
an accessory, but they keep showing it as an accessory.
Yeah.
It's
So you got separate
The boots
rolling
are an
eyeballs
accessory.
function, two styles of look. You got the coat and without the coat. You've got I really like the holster and the way it hangs kind of low. I really like that, even though yes, it is
Yeah.
pleather and the boots are pleather. You got his blaster. You got a bunch of hands. I think it's the next photo now. Is it? Is this?
I
good
didn't
one
see
as
a
well?
whole hand photo.
I swear to God, I saw it, man. No one believes me. This is so weird.
It's not in my.
'cause
It's not in my circulation unless somebody else had it up or something.
I want to see.
It's on
Like I'm
Instagram?
going through this. This is on Facebook, and I saw it on Facebook earlier on,
Hmm.
and I definitely
Yeah,
got that message. I was like,
it's-
"What is
it's in
going on?"
the
Maybe they
middle there.
removed it.
You
Okay.
need to
Oh,
zoom
maybe they
in.
did.
Obviously.
Maybe they did.
Do you think they could have
Because of
removed
that.
it?
It's possible if they're having problems with it for some reason.
I'm trying
It's
to
so
see.
weird.
Actually,
It's
yeah,
just-
one
it's-
no. I'm flicking through these photos on my phone, so I can see 1, 2. Sorry, this is not.
Is this marketed as the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary? I don't know if it is it?
No.
Nope.
Thought it would be.
And it's just Han Solo, which is interesting.
There's got to be
No.
Chewie coming, surely.
No Return of the Jedi Han Solo or.
Oh,
Han
right,
Solo,
okay,
Return of
yeah.
the Jedi.
They've
It's just
removed it. Yeah,
Han Solo.
there was a whole picture of like a bunch of hands. Because there's 22 photos, now there's only 21. That's
Ah,
weird,
interesting.
man.
They must have gotten some sort of flag. Facebook's
Weird. Yeah, yeah. And
The
there
AI
seems
is not perfected yet.
Yeah, there seems to be a heap of hands, man. Prices, folks. What do you think, Ian? What do you think this is going to be? How much?
290, 295.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
shy of
afraid
300.
Yeah,
Pounds or dollars?
dollars.
I'm
It-
hoping
it
for
can't-
270,
Right.
but I think 290 is probably going to be it.
It can't be as expensive as Vader or 3PO. I'd imagine Vader is more expensive, especially the deluxe version, and I imagine the 3PO would even be more expensive than this.
You guys
Oh, then
I think
again,
you
get
could-
that likeness right.
I think you could argue that this has as much as the standard version of the Bespin Luke, right? I mean, in terms of accessories and stuff. I mean, he doesn't have a lightsaber. Or, I guess, arguably, did that have a light-up lightsaber? Yeah, right? Yes, I think.
That's from Luke.
Yeah, Bespin Luke. right?
No, he had
Oh, he
just a
didn't?
regular. No
Okay.
USB because I got.
And that
a
was
CCFL.
290. That was 290, and the one with the head and the extra stand, which was ridiculous, was 350, something like that. So I mean, I could see this being 290, and unfortunately,
Are we paying a premium for Harrison Ford, though?
yes,
possibly.
the Han tax.
I think
Absolutely.
I'm gonna guess
Ford tax.
265.
Ooh,
I hope you're right, man.
yeah. I'm
265.
saying
Then
300 bucks.
the people that want to buy two of these, one to display with the coat and one without, are going to be absolutely delighted. Yeah, isn't it funny? It's like I reckon they had this in the barrel of the gun, and they're like, Howard was like, too much choker talk this week. 4-pack or 2-pack,
Yeah.
boom. And then
I'd
it's
be
just
surprised. Yeah, yeah.
spanner in the works then, like, you know, but
That will shut down Joker talk for sure.
absolutely it will shut down Joker.
Did
talk,
anyone
like.
see the Catwoman?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ordered
Do you,
that.
Pretty
How many
good.
of that? 2.5 years ago or something like that? Yeah, can't wait for
Yeah,
that.
it looks pretty good. I didn't know the mask didn't come off though, which is not a problem
Yeah.
for me. I think it looks better with it on. But
Yeah, I'd like if it came off personally, just another display option. But yeah, it wouldn't be a deal breaker to be honest. Yeah. JB saying $1,980 Hong Kong. So isn't that about 200? Let's see now. 1980. What did he say? 1980.
Yeah.
1980. Yeah.
Okay, let's do a quick conversion there.
That seems cheap.
1980. That's Hong Kong. That's before the markups and stuff.
253.
You can probably add 30% on Sideshow. Like,
Yeah, so it's probably maybe 275, 280.
well, if it's 30%, 30% of that would be another, like, what? $75 would be? Because yeah, 10% is $25, $75 probably be $325.
No, there's no way.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's too high.
I don't know. Things ain't getting cheaper.
320 is going to like take this down a notch for I think a bunch of people. I mean, it's Han Solo, but 320, come on.
I think
there's
people
not
will
enough
still
here
pay
for
it.
320.
Mm.
Oh, they will. I will probably, but
yeah, we're not
Yeah.
going to buy it still. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
But like,
Um,
these don't come along. These don't come along. This is not. I mean, this is the second Han Solo by Hot Toys, isn't it? Oh no, the third with the old man hand. But no, we didn't get a. We've not had a Hoth. We've not had a
Stormtrooper.
Bespin.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
hand. Yeah, that's right.
That was an exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
himself and Luke were Toy Fair exclusive.
Yeah.
Jose is right. Would Love was 265, so would everyone else.
I still say 290. I can't see it going over 3.
Cloud Foxwell saying 253. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this may be. I haven't been ordering too much from Hong Kong lately, but this may
Sorry?
be Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I said I've been ordering too much from Hong Kong lately, but this may be a Hong Kong order if it's going to be 320 here.
This is Shane celebrating the hand figure release. I am somewhat jealous.
Dry
No, I'm
January
still drinking
over.
coffee.
It's only 8 in the morning. I think I can have a beer.
Quit your job, sell your soul, have a beer. Yeah, in fairness, yeah, like this is, it's not even an option to say no to this. It's Han Solo, it's Return of the Jedi, it's 40th anniversary, whatever. Who cares? No one cares about if it's 40th anniversary or not. They just want a Han Solo, and whether it was Bespin or whatever. Even people I think would settle for a New Hope one, but I'm glad they did this one because it's a bit different. It's a long coat, and you know how I feel about long coats. So, yeah, I'm in on this. I think the whole panel's in on this. Would that be right?
I think the whole community is in on this.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, it'll sell one or two. Yeah, it'll sell one or two. Do you wanna? While I have you, like, do you want to take a look at the Catwoman and the Padme, or?
I love the
I got
Padme.
a few minutes.
Okay, cool. We'll take a look at the Padme, so we will do that. That is no problem. All right.
You think
Anyone?
this is gonna? You think this is gonna open up the floodgates on Han, and we will see like
I think so.
Hoth and Bespin?
Think about this. There's not much content this year. There's no Star Wars movies
No.
coming out. I think there's no series. There's writer's strike. There's only like one MCU. A lot of people were speculating that this is when they go back and give us 2.0s and improve older
Yep.
figures, or maybe go back to the original trilogy, or Trevor gets his Obi-Wan Kenobi A New Hope 2.0, which I actually think doesn't need to be done, but we will never see eye to eye on this.
got-
but,
That will definitely be redone.
I've got the perfect custom sculpt for that. They can't beat it. So.
yeah.
We've got nearly 50 years for that, aren't we? We're a few years off that. I'm surely they're going to do the 50-year anniversary. We're going to get everything again.
They're
You
they're
know,
doing more
Not
creatures.
a
now.
while away, but 3
They're
years.
doing more creatures now, so I would love to see Hoth Han on Tauntaun. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I
Ian,
would
you've
love to
got
see
your
them do a
Tauntaun, have you?
tauntaun.
look at Ian. He's like, I just invested an arm and a leg on
Have
these
you got them
custom.
yet, Ian?
Yeah, mines are
Got the
shipping
Tom-Toms,
tomorrow.
yeah. Oh my god, mate! What a week! Oh my god!
It's time.
The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
Yeah, this is
It's
it.
either that or I'm a rock star. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what you thought you were back in the 90s. Some club. No, you are a rock star. You're a rock star, Ian. Ian, what would you snap? It's a stupid question. Braveheart or Gladiator? Surely it's not. You're not gonna snap away Braveheart, are you?
I don't know. When I was in Norway and you put that up and I was watching, I was like, oh no, that's really difficult. I actually think Gladiator's the better movie, but I cannot snap Braveheart, so Gladiator gets snapped.
Hell yeah. There we go.
Trevor was like,
I was sweating, man. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. You think you
Where's
know
your
someone.
pride, man?
You think you know someone. Yeah. Eddie, did you watch Braveheart yet?
I will watch it this week.
Eddie, you've got a lot. He's got a lot. Eddie, you have got a lot.
Go to the end of the
movies
line.
to watch, dude.
I didn't know it
Oh
was
my
3
God.
hours, man. God.
No, you've got a lot of movies. More
3
than
hours
that.
of bliss.
In
Violence.
Eddie's defense, a photo went up of him when he was 21. I don't know where I saw it. Was it on the story or something? And I was like, he kind of looks the same. Like, what was that? Like 3 years ago? You know, so yeah.
I was only
so,
100 pounds lighter, so.
but still, you look young. Like, you're not in your 20s still, Eddie? Are you?
No, I'll be 33 this year. No,
All right.
32. Sorry.
32. You're old enough to be forgetting your age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, we'll take a look at this, folks. I just want to some of these chats there, just to. So 253. I would love that, Cloud Foxwell. The hand tax. You're not wrong. Lance Knott's Nerd Corner. If you haven't checked out this guy's channel, please check out this guy's channel. Very, very easy to listen to. Gives good takes. He does this thing where he reviews the figures. Watch his the Batman review. Everyone, if you're considering joining the channel or subscribing to the channel, watch his Batman review. It is so thorough. But he does this thing where like a few weeks or a few months later, he does like a kind of like he doesn't have the figure or review it. He just has a chat about it again after owning it for a while. Just gives his like reflections on it.
I like that.
Off the cuff or something like that. I really, really like that. So yeah, check him out. Quit your job, sell your soul. Han is £263 plus shipping and toys and fire. So that's what was that be? That'd be just shy of $300 or euro.
290, I think.
Okay,
That's a euro.
not bad. We've seen several
That's
Jokers the
263.
last couple of years. We've seen several Batman over the last year. We were about due for an overabundance of something else. Yeah, you're not wrong. Eddie, are we getting the Alzheimer's? Okay, so we're up to date here now.
Oof,
All right, so
no.
let's take a look at this.
That's
who wants to go first
263 is
on this?
translating to 334 US. Good lord.
Oh, that were pounds, yeah, so it's very expensive. I think someone said it was $290 on Sideshow. I can just
Okay.
check that there.
I
But,
didn't see it on
what-
the slideshow yet. Okay.
Well, it's been up there. It's not sold out yet. This Catwoman.
Catwoman, yeah.
Sorry, Catwoman. Yeah. I just want to get this up here to make sure that I'm giving out the correct information. Yeah, $290. This is the only live order I have with Sideshow. I wasn't expecting much. I knew that they weren't going to improve the hair. My thoughts were they might improve the sculpt. Don't think they have, or at least not make the suit pleather. The suit doesn't seem to be the same. From what I see, what my take on it, which I saw, the proportions look better. She's kind of like curvier and more feminine looking, and I think the suit material looks different. It doesn't look pleather. I'm not sure about that, but I'm noticing it does look quite glossy, and my recollection on this, unless I'm misremembering it, was more matte in the movie. But from what I hear, and a lot of people not happy with the overall finished product, because it's like a soft 2.0. Like it's better than the original, but not like in the way that we're expecting this new Bane to be significantly better. But who wants to give their thoughts on this one? I can scroll through the photos and you can tell me if you want to go to any particular photo.
I think, to be honest, I think this is going to be. It's a good. It looks good. I may pick it up, but I think this will be go cheap. This will be like I've got a feeling this will be quite cheap in a few months. I don't know why. Just one of those figures that I think people just won't. You know, you. I don't know. Like you see like a Nebula now. I keep seeing Nebulas around for like 150 and things like that. I can see that, not that cheap, but I can definitely see it hitting 200, 220, in the next few, if you wait, if you know what I mean. I just see it. There's not a lot to it. But I think it's good. I think the likeness is good and everything. But if I do pick her up, I'll pick her up in a few months. I'm no rush to get it.
I don't think that looks bad, like.
For me, that
I don't know that the sculpt
I don't like.
hasn't been improved. I don't have the original, so I'm looking at pictures right now, and it was not. The proportions are way off. It was really weird looking, and the material was definitely duller. I think it looks a lot better, honestly.
You think this looks better?
Hair, still not great. It's very doll-like, but I don't know. Yeah, I think this looks
this
much
one they
better
kind of
than the original.
get away with it because the mask kind of almost acts like a headband. Maybe that's why they don't let you take things off.
Yeah.
Eddie, what were you going to say there? Sorry.
You know how you didn't like the Han hairline? Because it looked like Lego to you? This looks like a Barbie hairline. I don't like the head sculpt on this at all.
Yeah, you're not
The
wrong.
likeness is fine, but I don't like the hair or that hairline.
This next shot, all jokes aside, I do think they've got the proportions better. Now, when Captain America came out, especially that in Endgame, there was that, like, the Endgame cap that, that's America's ass. But he was like, it's real flat down. And I think a lot of like figures like Spider-Man and stuff, like, they don't give the proper attention to the figure being anatomically correct in the rear region. They just don't have like a butt at all. Like, but they seem to have given her a bit of a butt, and it's kind of a bit more like natural looking or anatomically correct, like, so that's about as PC as I can put that across there. But what about the material here? Do you think this is pleather? I haven't seen anything that states clearly this is not pleather or that this is pleather, but it looks to be a different material. Anyone?
It certainly looks different from the 1.0, but I don't know if it's...
Yeah, I don't have any of them, but I know on the Spider-Man figures they've been using a certain material, that looks, a similar like structure. Obviously the pattern's different and everything, but that I'm hearing is like pretty good and like has like a little bit of a memory, so it'll go back after you've got it, bent. And those aren't old enough to start deteriorating, so I don't know, what the longevity of it is, but
X-Men
hopefully
Supreme
it's not
wants
just
me
pleather.
to say butt again, but must be an accent thing. Yeah, so you're thinking you don't want to be pleather again, obviously.
No, hopefully
because
not.
we are seeing a kind of a bit of a movement, aren't we, in terms of like the original Nightmare Batman was pleather, and the second one I don't think was pleather, and I think the original Bane was pleather, and then the 2.0 it said it was an improved material, so hopefully it won't be pleather, so I'm really curious to see some reviews in this and for people to confirm or deny or whatever that whether it's pleather or not. Like I don't think it is, but yeah. Is anyone else who is this on pre-order? I know Jose has. I actually have it on pre-order. Anyone else have this on pre-order? You do, yeah. Yeah. Have they done enough to get your money still, or will you be cancelling? Or
yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it looks pretty good. I might add a little bit. I'm just looking at her hairline here. It's correct, but I would add a little bit of maybe some paint just to like feather it in and have it look a little more natural instead of that sort of line.
Yeah, I get you. Even here, you can.
They just needed a little bit of paint to feather it into the skin a little bit. I think it would have been good. But it looks correct. I mean, I don't love that doll hair either, but I still think like Gamora looks pretty good with it. Not as good as Rooted, but still not bad.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I like it. I'm happy with it.
This here isn't. There's no wave. It's pretty much the hair slick back and then straight back behind her. There's no like wave or curl or kind of
that's what
major
it looks
design
like.
in the hair. Yeah,
She's got a lot of hairspray in that on that costume.
Yeah.
When she's got that.
Her
on.
neck is quite small here. Like looks a bit odd.
It's pretty small. I'm looking at pictures. It's pretty tiny.
That is like, yeah, that's pretty tiny. She looks a bit of a bob, but that can definitely be posed away.
That's quite a weird shot, actually, isn't it? When you see it like that.
Yeah.
I'm
It's like I found your gun. Is this your gun?
Yeah, I'm thinking this might be maybe better in person as well.
Yeah.
Like similar to Padme, which we might talk about. I think that'd be the same thing.
They've made an effort here with the bat pod and putting her kind of sitting back in it and stuff like that. I think that looks really awkward. I think that looks awful. That looks a bit better, and I can see Anne Hathaway a bit more here in it.
There's no pictures without the mask, huh?
Nope.
Huh.
They've made
I
an
don't
effort
think
here.
it comes up. I don't think it does come
No.
up. If you looked,
Did the old one?
The old one did, but this one they showed. I looked back and there was no. No, even with the preview ones, there was no with the mask off. That's what I looked on Facebook for that, and that's what. Yeah.
Those knees bug me. The bunching on the knees.
But I wonder, like, you know, I personally have never worn a
it's
pair
a
of
double
boots
giant
like
thing,
these.
yeah.
But if someone was, wouldn't they crease if they were being bent? They go up to the bloody thighs. Like, I'm sure they would crease around the knees. I know what you're saying. It looks unsightly, but I would imagine if someone was wearing boots like that and like they're kind of, you know, walking around and bend their knees and stuff, that you would get some sort of creasing. Maybe not to the extreme that this is. It's kind of a cool pose. This is probably one of the better poses. It's kind of very feminine. There's kind of a bit of a curve in the hips there and stuff like that, and showing off her figure and stuff like that. I think it's actually quite cool. Like,
if I get it, it's more because I need to have that character for the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I don't like it at all. It just looks like it looks too doll-like for me. I don't everything about it.
Yeah.
The look, the way it articulates, the way the hair looks, everything looks doll-like. It bugs me.
Yeah, like I'd be lying like if I said that this blew me away. Like I mean, I had like I've you know made it no secret that I used to buy from Sideshow, and then just with the customs, it was like there has to be a better, cheaper, more affordable way of doing this, and you know that's not Sideshow's fault. That's just like, you know, customs. So I found other retailers or distributors or whatever, resellers. But you know, when I stopped buying with Sideshow, the points that I had were still accumulating then, and then of course, you know, you sign up for their Halloween Spooktacular or their summer showcase, or you play their game with their Sir Sideshow app. You do accumulate a lot of essentially free money, like. And if you don't use them, you lose them because they expire. So they were due to expire, and I was like, right, I'm just going to give this a go. I mean, it's my favorite trilogy and big fan. I like her depiction of it, and she could pose with the Batpod or next to the Batpod. But I'd be lying if I said I was expecting like a mind-blowing 2.0. I had realistic expectations, but yeah, I don't think this is a disaster, but it's not. Yeah, it's not blowing my mind either. Like, do you know what I mean? So.
I think it's a solid. I think it's a solid 8. I like it. I think proportionally it looks pretty good. Depending on the way it's posed, but
yeah, I think it looks good there.
Yeah, there's some of her just standing. I mean, the Batpod ones, she's, you know, the knees get a little weird in those boots and stuff, but
that could be like when she just busted in and shot Bane and kind of says, "Yeah, about these no guns things." You know, I'm not on board with it or whatever. Like, yeah.
I think her. I mean, it looks like her body, same proportions, same shape, very thin.
I don't think it's the same body.
That
though.
picture looks good.
Yeah.
No. I think it
don't-
looks like
yeah.
her body. I think it's a different body than the original. But
Yeah, I think this looks more like Anne Hathaway's
Yeah,
body.
it does.
That's what I
than,
mean, yeah,
the
I think it looks
yeah,
really
yeah.
good,
because
yeah.
she's curvy here. She's really curvy here, like.
Yep.
Whereas the other one, it was I don't know, it just
yeah, I like
It
the
was
way
like
it
a little-
moves. I mean, the knees again, like Eddie said, is like a little. Yeah, it's double jointed knees. What are you going to do? But
Yeah.
I wouldn't even need double jointed knees on this. You know, I'd love to put this on a seamless body, but you're never going to get these clothes off and get them
I
back
think this
on
is
again.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I was
I think it's-
thinking I would have wanted sculpted hair, but I think the reason they didn't do it is because if she's on the bat pod, you can get her head looking up higher with the root.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I might have
That's
somebody
what
do a root job on this too. I mean, this could be good
I
if
think
it's worth
this one
it. I
could
don't
use
know.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be the way to go. Maybe I know. Let's say Tina be busy
Yeah.
with some things. So, X-Man Supreme says, "I think Catwoman looks good overall. I may get her if it's either discount later." Yeah, I think that's
Probably a good bet.
Yeah. Who was it yesterday that says she looks hungry? Yeah, I think the guys in the Wolfpack were saying that she looked maybe a little bit gaunt around the face, around the cheekbone area. Perhaps that could be lighting, possibly, or could be I don't know.
She has
Aperture, local lens.
she has very strong like cheekbones. So
She does.
And she's quite pale as well.
Yeah.
The boots look great, but are they pleather? Yeah, this thing I don't know, but I doubt they're not leather anyway for sure. So the question is, if are they made in leather, it's going to peel. If they're made in pleather, it's probably going to peel. If they're not, what are they made of, and will that new material peel? Both Shane and Eddie enabled me to get the bat pad. Yeah, I did, man. You won't regret it. It's awesome. Who else we got? Yomo is here as well, and I have to say the marketing for her is making me want the bat pad now. You're in the same boat as Jose,
Yeah, me too.
and Jose possibly getting on board.
There's
with
one
the,
on,
Rainy Gun.
there's one on one of the BST probably OSR
Oh, really?
for 200 right now. Shipped,
Ooh,
so,
thank you.
A bat pad, yeah.
yeah.
What do you reckon of this base, folks?
I mean,
I
it
love
complements Bane, right?
Yeah.
I think that's probably the most praise I can give this figure. I've been quite quiet. The more I look
Ian.
at it,
We didn't bring you on here to agree with us now. I want you to tear this to shreds. Come on, listen. We're not that type of show, Ian. We disagree here and we don't fall out. It's okay. We're not that sensitive. Right, come on. I want you
Bunch of sheep.
to go ham on this. Tell us how you really feel. You're in good company. You're in safe hands. Go for it.
you've always got to be careful, right? Because people are going to spend a lot of money on this, and I did have it on pre-order. That has now been cancelled. So the way I look at it is, this is $290. I can get a modu case for that. So
And yeah, and when was the last time you bought a March case? About 20 minutes ago.
so
Why not
I
both?
still can't get over how poor the head sculpt is and the hair. And I agree with Trevor that you'll need to paint and feather and soften how the hair's pulled back. I can see the differences from the 1.0. Of course they're there. That doesn't justify me getting this figure. It doesn't break or make my Dark Knight collection. I do still worry about the outfit. When you look at the crease, and I zoomed in on the computer earlier when it was released, right, and I've got my doubts on
Is
it.
that the only thing you were zooming in?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was muted. I
caught
thought it was muted.
red-handed. But yeah, look, I mean, from a distance, it looks nice. I don't know if I would even pick this up when it hits the bargain bin, and I can assure you this is going to hit the bargain bin.
I'm not. I don't see what you guys are talking about with the head sculpt. Honestly, looking side by side, I think it looks really good.
I think it looks good there.
I think it looks too sharp, but again, my eye, no matter what, it is always drawn up to that hairline.
Yeah, the hairline is yeah, that's a given. It's just not. It's very doll-like.
They
I
have
mean,
a
it looks like
small
they
bit of
actually
paint
did.
here.
They
Yeah.
do have a little bit there. Yeah, it's not very well done.
But like, it's do you know what that looks like? That looks like if it didn't come with this, and then I took a little pencil and started shading it in.
yeah, there needs to be more in the middle. She's got a little bit more of a peak
Right.
It comes down
Eyes
a little
look great.
further.
Really glossy.
You know, that's the same thing with the Solo thing. I wish they would make their eye whites brighter. I don't know. I know that the eye whites are not white, but they just make them a little dark. I don't know why. They do that on a lot of figures, especially like Luke, and it hurts the likeness.
My plan for this base is I'm actually thinking, because let's see if you can see behind
I like
me.
the base.
Right, if you look behind me, I've got. Have you ever heard of this figure? Company called InArt did a Joker a while back.
Oh,
Rooted hair. Oh, it's mad. So I have him on the biscuit, the infamous magnetic base. That anyway, it's on a magnetic base, so he's got a little bit of is it 2 inches above Batman, and then Batman is there, and it doesn't bother me. It's like, sometimes characters stand on things that are a little bit higher or whatever. That's fine. But what I was thinking is, just as a trial to see if I use this base with Batman, and then I could put Selena Kyle with the Batpod, which is over my left shoulder here, just to see, because it'll elevate Batman then as well. I think that'd be kind of cool. I know technically, I know Batman was on this particular base or something similar when he was in The Dark Knight Rises, but who cares? Yeah. Just want to see what he looks like. I'd say the DX19 pose on this would look quite cool. So yeah, I probably will let my pre-order on this ride, because it's The Dark Knight. I don't think it's mind-blowing, but I'm still looking forward to getting it. I only have like 2 female figures, and she definitely qualifies as a strong female character. In fact, I was just thinking about this. Like, Pfeiffer did a great job. Zoe Kravitz did a great job, and I thought Anne Hathaway did a great job as well. And even like, the 1966, is it Eartha Kitt? Was she?
Eartha Kitt and
there's
Julie
2 of them.
Newmar.
Like,
Julie Newmar was
some pretty good renditions, So,
You're skipping one.
who am I skipping? Oh, I'm on purpose. yeah. No. That's like I saw
Doesn't
this
exist.
really. It's such a petty meme, but it was true. It was like, it showed like, Nicholson as the Joker, kind of, and I was like, yes, and it was like Heath Ledger's Joker, yes, and then it was like Joaquin, yes, and then it showed like Leto, and it just said no, not you. And it was just like, so like, no one really likes that version. Very few people, I think, significantly fewer than the other ones like that version, but yeah. So someone asked a question there. Will it fit in the Ballad? Well, yeah. It's not that tall. It might be a bit tight, but yeah, I think it will. So I'll have to measure, but I'm pretty sure it will. Do you want to take a quick look at Padme before we finish up?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Padme. Okay. How much was this?
I'll check.
$275
$275, yeah, $275 US. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Ian, I believe, has this coming, and I'm guessing Eddie does as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have this as well, Trevor?
No. This may be one of those things like everybody else seems to be on Catwoman, that I may wait till. Although I don't know the production level on this. I don't know if this is going to be one of those things that kind of goes to like a discount at this point. But I think I'll be able to find it if I really want it. I'm not a big prequel fan, although I have a bunch of prequel figures. It would be nice with Anakin and Obi-Wan, but I don't love the likeness. But it's not bad. It's probably a 7 for me.
Yeah. I think it's a bit strong. I give it probably an 8. Like, I didn't think the prototype was a 10 out of 10, but I thought the prototype was really bloody strong. I was definitely gushing over it. Yeah, I thought it was really strong. I think maybe it's softened a little bit, but I still think this is a strong head sculpt. I think it's around. I'd probably put it a point ahead of you. I'd probably put it at 8 maybe. What about you guys? You're the Eddie. You're getting this, so.
Yeah, I like it a lot. For me, the likeness is there. It's just it has that dead stare that Hot Toys have sometimes that bug me, and it bugs me more so on certain figures. And this one, it's bugs me a little bit. But I think other than that, it's great.
Is it a dead stare, or is like, man, the guy I'm into just totally slaughtered all those Santa people?
Yeah, it's like
I'm not sure. This
so
might be
sure
a
about you.
toxic relationship.
Yeah,
I gotta ghost this guy, but he'll find me.
it's a red flag for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a red lightsaber.
Is she not-
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I think it was blue at the time, but yeah, she knew. Yeah, it was always
she
going
has
to be red
mobilized.
lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Trevor? Sorry.
No, I couldn't remember. She has movable eyes too. Yeah, something about the mouth area. I don't know. It's just like it's not a great expression. I don't know.
Do you know what
Yeah,
it
you're
looks
right.
like?
I think the prototype did look a little bit better. It did look
From this angle, not the
Slightly.
pose, but just the face is like her and her boyfriend have gone to like a barbecue, and it was like, okay, we're just staying for a short amount of time, but the husband or the guy who's in it, he's like, he's
7
really
beers
having
in.
a good time, and she's like, we're going home. And he's like, oh, come on, just 5 more minutes.
I'm gonna
That's
leave
what it
without
is.
you.
Yeah. I'm taking the snow speeder and going. Yeah.
I think
In-
it's these
Go on.
photos, Shane. Overall, I've seen MRC's brief unboxing of it, and the head sculpt looks good. Initially, I gave it a 7.5 just for the head sculpt, but I think for me the figure's a 9. I just love the impact of it.
I think
I
that's
think
really good.
mine's kit ships mine's tomorrow, so we should have it next week. But I'm looking forward to it. People complain about the outfit being a little bit loose. It looks, it's not skin tight, but doesn't bother me. And I think this figure, not in that pose, you need to angle it a little bit, and the rolling eyeballs will make a big difference. But if you look at MRC's video, you'll see that these photos look quite bad.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It looks good in MRC's video.
Must take a look at that. Does MRC have a Catwoman up yet? I
I
wonder.
don't know. I don't
No.
think so.
No. That will likely be tomorrow. He's normally like the day or the day after, isn't he?
I really like this blaster, and I was like, I don't know the code on it or whatever, but I believe it's a battle droid blaster. Would that be right?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Ah, it's so cool, man. It's an awesome looking blaster. It's so similar to, do you know the old lady in Game of Thrones? The get up she used to have on.
This is how. Wait, go back to the
Yeah.
wrapped. There you go, Trevor. Just get it and do this, dude.
Yeah.
This is such an iconic look.
Mightn't go with Catwoman though.
Yeah.
I think this picture is terrible. The pose and I could Photoshop better than that. You just take a photo, do that thing on the iPhone when you put your finger down on the whatever's in the foreground and it makes a PNG out of it, and then stick it onto some scene in Attack of the Clones. This is poor.
Not
Some guy got paid for this.
The hand should be under the nozzle,
Well,
the barrel there, or the barrel.
to be
of the
fair,
blade.
He probably didn't get paid. He probably just got the figure. From what I hear, that's all you get. Anyway.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cheap.
It's just me or the hands. Okay, again, I know they're made of plastic, but they're supposed to be deceptive. Like, do the plans look, the hands look kind of waxy to you, or?
They look a little old. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I
Maybe
thought
it was just that
both
shot.
of those things. It looked old in that last picture, and then you could see the shine in it a little bit.
I mean, how old was she here? She was supposed to be 19, but she was in her
I'd say she was
Mid-20s?
mid-20s maybe.
yeah. Those hands should be smooth.
I think that's good. I see that Natalie Portman. Like I definitely see Natalie Portman in the vast majority of these photos, but I just maybe don't think it's
Yeah.
perfect or everything. But that look, I think that's really, really Natalie Portman from what I remember of Attack of the Clones. And even the hair, even though it's sculpted, I think they've done a good job on the texturing. One or two of the photos when I first looked at it looked actually rooted. So this is like Ultra Ben, but then back here there was Kindar. I think there was 2 or 3 different photographers.
Yeah,
here,
Jingle
was there?
Bell, Ultra
Yeah.
Ben. Yeah. Ultra Ben does some great stuff.
Mm. Yeah,
These look
overall, I
just
think
like-
it's a W for collectors who are mad into this. Like, thank God for figures like this, ones I don't want. It helps me afford. Helps me afford Jazz Inc. Batmobiles and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
No pun
This
intended.
is definitely something. If I see a deal on it down the line, I'll pick
Mm.
it up. But
Yeah.
don't necessarily need
It's
it.
still not sold out, right? On Sideshow, it's still pre-order. So
All right,
I
it's not waitlist yet.
yeah, I think you'll find a deal.
Mhm. Good stuff. I'd say we're just about ready to wrap it up. If anyone have anything they want to plug or anything?
1 6-pack this Friday, 9 p.m. on 1/6 Shooter YouTube channel. We'll be talking about all this stuff, Han Solo and Joker, and who knows what else we get by then.
Excellent
Maybe even
stuff.
tomorrow.
Make sure you subscribe to 1/6 Shooter on YouTube. Ian, Eddie, where are you next? We'll probably see each other on Sunday. Let's say. Let's get nuts on the Ben Thomas
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, and then tomorrow. Today's Thursday, right? So tomorrow, LWO. Yeah, I don't know who the hell's channel it's on. They tell me and I forget. So it's on someone's channel.
If I'm sent the link, I might make an appearance.
All right, I'll
If I'm
send
sent
it
the
to you.
link. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably usually wake up early and whatever. So, Ian, any crack?
I might be starting a GoFundMe based on everything that's coming out. So, Agent Silver Fox.
Sorry, that was
GoFundMe.
that was a mistake. I was actually just trying to remove this. There we go. Sorry, your GoFundMe for modular cases and kitchens.
Go Case me.
Yeah, no, the modular cases are fine. It's all these figures and nonsense that's coming in. It's yeah, it's a tsunami. So
I have to either thank or blame you, Eddie. I'm just talking to that guy, and I think I'm buying that Bat Pod.
Oh, you love
Oh,
it. It's a good price. It's a good price. So.
It's
Anyway,
brand new.
good
$200
view.
bucks.
Yeah.
this is what's set up. This is what it's all about. Completely fucking over our collector friends' wallets, like, you know. So, and Eddie, you pull the trigger on the 4-pack. Trevor, you are thinking 2-pack, and Ian, are you thinking 2-pack as well? Or I think you're you're going 4-pack, aren't you?
no, I ordered the 2-pack.
It sounded so guilty. No.
No. I've started discussions with that artist in France that I've used before to do a set. So we're working on some stuff for that. Should be quite good.
Same guy that made your
He
Clint
done
Eastwood?
the good, the bad, the ugly set for me. So he's really talented. Seabug Customs.
excellent stuff.
His communication's brilliant, so I highly recommend him.
Brilliant. Good stuff. Sounds good. I will do a video on Han Solo, and I will do a video on the released Catwoman. I'll probably do them tonight and just get them out of the way and get them done, dusted. I still have to finish that Clone Pilot review. But yeah, I've got prices for the 2-pack and the 4-pack. It's yeah.
Which way are you leaning towards?
I think I might be leaning towards the 4-pack.
It will be mine. Oh, yes. It will be mine.
Yeah, possibly.
Hey.
Possibly. I pass on a lot of things I like, and I usually say to get the things I love. But yeah, that movie, it's hard to say you love it because I watched it again last night. Like, my thoughts haven't changed now. I do think it's a 5-star movie. I do think it's a fantastic piece of art. And I was just I had a really good day at work yesterday. I came back and I had a coffee and I was kind of buzzing. I was like, you know what? I was home a bit earlier and I was like, go home, sort out the dog, and then sat down and watched it. And I really enjoyed watching it. But it's so obvious why it's behind a $1,000 paywall or whatever. You know, like in Art John has said that Warner Brothers said, no, if you're doing that, it has to be $1,000. The amount of violence like this guy gets stabbed with a knife through the neck and then into the eye, but you see it and you see it clearly and you see the blood splatters. You know, he smothers his mom to death with a pillow, and then he shoots Robert De Niro in the head. There's violence in The Dark Knight. It's not the same level. So they're really like, I think they're really like, yeah, you can't make toys based on this. They have to be high-end collectibles. So I'd imagine that factors into it. And yeah, they did a 2-pack for The Dark Knight, but I think they were always going to do a 2-pack because they wanted something extravagant and lush for their first one, like, you know. But I think I'm leaning towards the 4-pack. Yeah. And so
Nice. Nice.
I haven't, not 100%, but I think I'm leaning towards that. Folks, right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate that. A good day, man. Han Solo, everyone should be buzzing on this. So that's pretty much the end of the show.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
And rest in peace, Bill Paxton? Yeah, it's drawing a bit blank there. All right, folks, we're out of here.
Cheers.
See you. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, and yeah, out of here. Good luck.